keeping my kids out so I can get some work done, that's easy. I have a fingerprint door lock, a red status light in the hallway, and I'm in business. What's not so easy is deterring my kids from pounding on the door. So I created some automations to distract and entertain them. Now, a word of warning. I don't know if some of these automations have ever been done before, and some of them are a little ridiculous, so I hope you're ready. So here's how it works. I have a vibration sensor on my door, so if someone knocks or rattles the door handle, it will trigger an automation. That way, if I have the red light on in the hallway and someone's trying to bust their way in here, it will kick off one of many different automations to hopefully distract whoever's on the outside of the door so I can work in peace. I also have a manual way I can trigger the automations as well. And every time they come back, the automation intensity increases because so does my desperation.
Hey, do you want to play a game? Go to the kitchen to win some candy.
All right, first up is the light game. And you've probably seen those games at the arcades where there's a bunch of buttons and you have to press them to turn off all the lights before the countdown timer runs out. Well, I wanted to make something similar here at my house. And the game is pretty simple. All the lights turn on in this main area, and then a countdown timer starts up on the Echo.
14, 13,
and you
12,
have to run
11,
around and
10,
turn off all the smart
9,
light switches before
8,
the countdown
7,
timer runs out.
6,
If you don't turn them
5,
all off before the countdown timer runs out,
3,
then
2,
you lose.
1. Sorry, you lost.
But if you're fast enough, then you win a treat. And no, I personally don't hand out a treat. That would be way too much work. I automated it.
Yeah, you won.
The machine lets out a little bit of candy, and what's cool is that there's a button that will let out candy, but you can disable it with a child lock and only enable it in the app. And you can just press a button and candy pops out. This thing is so awesome. And yes, technically it's a pet feeder, but you know what? It works fine as a candy feeder too. That game is tiring and intense, running around with that countdown timer in the background. So this next one is Veg Mode.
Hey, let's watch some TV in the family room.
The Apple TV automatically wakes up and starts playing a kids show. And you can do this on any service. So this is using Disney Plus right here. And what's cool is that it will log out of the parent profile and then log into the kid profile, navigate to one of their favorite shows, and start playing it. It is so awesome to watch because I don't even have to do anything. It just automatically starts doing it. So you can actually program all the different buttons on the Apple TV remote, like the up, down, select, and all of that. And that's how this is able to work. And I might even set up something like this for myself to log out of the kids' profiles at night and log into my own, because there's so many clicks involved for that. And even if you don't have kids, it's a pretty cool party trick.
Daddy, talk to you.
I hear an animal in your bedroom.
Did you know that the Echoes can play animal sounds? I use this normally when someone walks up to our front porch and no one's home. The Echoes in our house start playing dog barks and other animal sounds to make it seem like someone's home. I don't know if this works, but it's worth a shot. Now, this automation is a little different. Animal sounds start playing in the kids' room, and when they hear that, they gotta go check it out. So when they come in here, all the main lights are turned off, and the RGB lamp is turned to green, and jungle noises are playing from the Echo to, make it feel like it's a jungle in here. And my kids love it. I think they feel right at home with all the wild animals in the jungle. That should buy me some time. While the youngling is distracted, the next automation runs in the background. The idea is simple. The main ceiling lights turn off, but the accent lighting stays on. That way, if someone's walking down the hallway and they look under the door to see if anyone's in the room, it looks like no one's there because it looks dark in the room. Am I just sounding like the worst parent ever right now? Fine, I'll turn the light back on.
Dad, I found you!
Great, look what you made me do.
Dad, I need to tell you something!
Go to the kitchen to play the ninja game.
Now I have to run my daughter's favorite automation out of this entire list. The game is simple. Start on one side of the room and make it to the other and press a button. What makes it difficult is that there's a motion sensor right above the button, and if it sees you before you press it, you lose. And this makes it so much fun because you have to use furniture, move slowly, even army crawl on the ground for the motion sensor to not see you. And it even took me multiple tries before I finally won. And then when you do press the button and the motion sensor never saw you, it lets out a bunch of M&Ms in that candy machine. And hearing the sound of those M&Ms hit that bowl is so satisfying because it's a very difficult game and it takes a little while to win. And my kids love it. They love it so much that I made it so they can just press the button anytime they want and it will just start up the game that they can play.
Let's play the ninja game. Press the button without being seen. Start in the kitchen and good luck.
Now, I did have to limit how many M&Ms are given out per day because they would just eat them till they're sick. After all the M&Ms have run out for the day, my smart home has to help me channel all of that energy from the sugar away from the door where I'm working.
Let's go jump in Mom and Dad's room and listen to music.
My daughter's favorite song starts playing when she's jumping on the indoor trampoline. And when I mean indoor trampoline, I mean my bed. And I know it's probably not safe to have her jump on there. Told her a million times, but it's just a losing battle at this point, so I just gotta embrace it. And the way it works is that there's a pressure sensor under my mattress that can detect when she's jumping on the bed, and it will only keep playing music while she's jumping. That way she can get all her energy out. And normally I'm using music and that pressure sensor to help me wake up in the morning because if I'm still in bed, it can start blasting music to give me some motivation. So it's great to get more uses out of it. Get all that energy out, kid. All right, I'm almost done with work for the day, so I have one more game if she decides to come knocking. How do you play hide and go seek with your smart home? Well, you have to get a little creative. The way it works is our smart home will pick a random RGB bulb and turn it to pink. And then my daughter will have to run around until she finds it. And when she does, she'll tell the Echo, which will pick another random bulb to turn pink. And she'll run around and that'll keep her busy for a while. But eventually she'll want to be the one that hides. And so my smart home will send out the robot vacuum to find her. And what's cool about robot vacuums is you can have it clean a specific room. That way the robot vacuum can go to one specific room, look around real fast, and then go to another room so that it can find her faster. I told you these were gonna be ridiculous. Before you comment and say, wow, Reed is the worst parent. I can't believe he would do something like that. Look, I love my kids and I love spending time with them. And I spent so much time with them setting up these automations. We had a blast together. And running these types of automations, I mean, what could go wrong?
Dad, I'm trying to tell you something all day.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been working a lot today. What did you want to say?
The tool is playing for 5 hours.
5 hours? What? Why didn't you tell me?
I tried.